And it's great that you are tuning into our conversation today on leadership in a fast changing world. So, my name is Irena Anggreni, and with me today is Rachel Patterson.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for inviting me, Irene. I'm so happy to talk about this topic and meet the other people online.
Yay! Yay! So, yeah, Rachel, thank you for joining us from New York City. So, Rachel here is an executive coach and expert advisor, especially for small, medium businesses on, like developing their growth, but also focusing on sustainability and ethical impact. And myself, if you're new to me, I'm Irena Anggreni, calling in from Rotterdam, the Netherlands. I'm a mental wellness coach, helping business leaders as well in their mental and emotional health maintenance. So, my secret sauce is dance movement therapy, and that means I help these leaders uplift their emotions and have better self care in a creative, fun way so they can sustain success without training themselves. And for context here, Rachel and I connected a while back as we are both part of the international community. Like you are also an active community builder in New York, Rachel.
Yes,
I understand.
yes.
Yeah. And um, I had the 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 fortune to also see her singing live her virtual event. So if we are lucky, we might also experience that again. What do you say to that, Rachel?
We'll see. We'll see at the end.
Okay,
If
fine.
the inspiration strikes and the time
Woo!
is there.
Yeah,
Secret sauce. We have to have fun.
exactly. Yeah, that's kind of also the values we hold dear, as we are like in this conversation, like to have fun and ease and flow and joy also. So yeah, Rachel, many leaders I work also in the in the space in the well-being space. A lot of them I encounter as really passionate and caring people. They care about delivering values and creating positivity, positive impact, also positive culture with their people. And in a fast changing world that we live in today, like of course everyone, also leaders, they need these additional resources, the insights and the support to navigate the challenges, and also to make to make these challenges as opportunities that they can grow their business and their leadership as well. So I'm so delighted that you're here today to share your insights. And if I may, can I introduce you with your
Sure.
yeah. So like mentioned, Rachel lives in New York City, and though she has lived and worked in more countries, 14 of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, okay. So we can understand, your fascination, Rachel, with cultures and also with emerging technologies and how people use them, and also how people manage their minds and lead in a fast changing world. And she's also a singer, an ambivert, kind of like, what is that? Between introvert and extrovert.
It sort of. It's that I have strong need to have alone time and strong need to have connection time. And I think to a certain extent everybody is a
Yeah,
bit ambivert, but I
yeah,
heard that term the first time about 5 years ago and I was like that's
yeah,
me.
that's it. Okay. I think that's also why we vibe, because I'm quite in a similar space. And Rachel here, she's also a facilitator and executive coach to small, medium businesses and their leaders who want to grow, to inspire, and also to retain their best employees and customers. So today she'll share more about her work on creating resilient and healthy corporate culture, and what she will also share, what she calls the alphabet soup of corporate citizenship. Now I'm really curious about this soup. It sounds very healthy. Please, Rachel, could you share a bit more with our audience, about yourself and also about what you're going to talk about?
Yeah, yeah. So maybe I'll start actually by explaining the title of our talk, though I think everybody has some good intuition around it. So, we do live in a fast changing world, and we're much more aware of, for example, the climate crises. We're much more aware of technologies, their integration into our lives. We're much more aware of other cultures. There's growing regionalization or globalization, all these kinds of things that are making our world change faster and faster. And we kind of have to embrace a certain complexity. And that complexity in that fast change risks causing cognitive overload. And
Yes.
without getting too much into the weeds of the neurology of it, that cognitive overload makes it tough for us to make good decisions. And this is where Irene and I, we have this so much, this is part of where we overlap so beautifully, is that when there's that cognitive overload, it's hard to make good decisions.
Yes.
So leaders need to make good decisions, not only for themselves, but for their teams. So we're kind of addressing that. And my alphabet soup of corporate citizenship, small, medium-sized businesses, actually businesses of all sizes, want to retain their best employees and their best customers because they want to succeed in this fast changing world. And because we're in this fast changing world, there has to be more resilience. The traditional ways of management need
Mm.
to evolve. Decision needs to be a little bit more decentralized,
Yeah.
which means that the values need to be very clear. And so that team members can make decisions and act quickly.
Mm.
Fast changing world.
Yeah.
Now, to keep your best employees and your best customers, part of the fast changing world is some of these cultural trends that we not only want our companies to have goods and services and do it efficiently, but we want them to have character. And
Yes.
they, in a way, they now have to be kind of the admirable friend.
Mm.
Uh, because whether we call it our personal branding or it's where we intentionally spread our money. So, how does a company develop their values? A lot of it, I used to do a lot of strategic planning. And then I
Yes.
kind of decided, I kind of saw that sometimes we would have these decisions and we would have the
Mm.
information,
Okay.
but we wouldn't always move forward with the decisions. And I was kind of
Yes.
wondering why. And that's when I started getting interested into the psychological and neurological underpinnings of action and inaction,
And
and
motivation also kind of.
motivation. Exactly. And
Yeah. All right. Yeah,
yeah.
this is a very nice introduction, Rachel, of kind of to give a context. And you mentioned of cognitive overload. Yeah, we probably use different key terms. Like I call those overwhelm. It's just like that's a kind of like, oh, the telltale signs. And indeed, like in that space, like our decisions are compromised, perhaps because we cannot really see with clarity. And yeah, you mentioned also about like how, especially as small medium business, you have to be like, so yeah, kind of, you have to have really good skills to maneuver like this fast changing world, and also to have that reputation, like that outstanding character, that okay, people see you as their trusted friend, admirable friend. And like in business terms, that could be branding. But yeah, kind of, it's really this resonance of what you do also, like in creating impact in this sector. And
Mhm.
in the meantime, I want to say hi to our, I think Paul Yan was tuning in. So kind of, yeah, this is our live video, and you can interact, you can drop us questions, or you can say hi in the chat. Just say, like, if you're tuning in live now, just say hello, and where you're tuning in from. And also perhaps, like, like if there's something that resonates with you, yeah, type it
Yeah.
out in the chat and bring on your questions. Kind of, Rachel will answer, not me.
Yeah. I one thing I
Yeah.
I just I want to clarify my alphabet
Mm.
soup.
Yes.
that healthy lunch,
Mhm.
whatever. The it, I mentioned earlier about complexity.
Yeah.
So there are all of these different disciplines that have developed within business, and it risks seeming very complex. So,
Mm,
for example, if you want to um, make a well-informed decision, you need to have DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging.
okay.
If you want your employees to be healthy and engaged, you need to have CW, corporate wellness programs. If you
Okay.
want to be beloved by the community, you need to have CS and CSR, corporate sustainability, corporate social responsibility. If you want to
Right.
get financing, you need to look at your ESG metrics, environmental, social, and governance. And then maybe you want to contribute to the SDGs. You have to do that through PVPs. Anyway, you see why I call it an alphabet soup. And it risks getting overwhelming, but really, ultimately, it comes down to identifying your stakeholders and caring about them. So, and this not only makes heart sense, but it actually makes science sense and it makes financial sense. And I'm just going to share a few statistics.
Mhm.
And if I can, in a moment, I'll also share a slide so that you can screenshot it. But for example, companies with high employee engagement, companies that are purpose driven experience 4 times the employee engagement.
Mm,
And
okay.
companies with high employee engagement experience 21% higher profitability.
Okay.
Yeah. And 76% of consumers say that they will buy or boycott a product based on its social stance.
Right. Okay. So you will be sharing this statistic with us now through a screen share because I think we're looking forward to
Yes.
hearing this. Our audience also. I want to say hi to Nancy. Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
Nancy.
Yeah. We are also looking forward to hearing what Rachel has to share here, Nancy. And Poljan, really wonderful. You are tuning in from Maastricht, the Netherlands. And Poljan also has a good wellness program. Yeah. So kind of you mentioned about corporate wellness. But go
Yeah.
Rachel, what do you want to share? Can I help you with sharing something?
Yes, I'm having a challenge sharing this. So I'm just going to share my entire screen. So apologies,
All right.
folks. Just a
Yes.
moment. Um, and
So you can add them as your guests here. Here. All right. So excuse us,
okay.
folks. We are still figuring this out as well. How to share screen. I. Hmm?
So, do you see the screen? Do you see
Oh,
the
yeah.
series of statistics?
Yeah. Is this the one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, like I said, it makes heart sense, but it also makes money sense to
Mm-hmm.
develop your alphabet soup of corporate citizenship in this fast changing world, to develop your values and to live by them, because you're going to get higher employee engagement, which means you're going to get 21% higher profitability. For those who are involved in corporate wellness, you'll appreciate this statistic. A study from the University of Warwick found that happy employees are 12% more productive at work,
Mm-hmm.
while unhappy employees are 10% less productive. And there you see a few more statistics. So feel free to take a screenshot of that. And by the way, if you scan that QR code, you'll get my digital business card. And and that way you can get back in touch with me. And I'm happy to offer a half-hour consult on all of these, on any of these topics, and to share relevant resources. I don't want to overwhelm people now, but I have a 26 article series.
Right.
So I'm not going to push all of that on you, but I do have 12 guidelines to create your corporate citizenship policy and maintain it. So anybody who gets in touch with me, I'm happy to share that with you. And then I'll do some more call to action later.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it
but
sounds very, kind of very, yeah, kind of very much what we need also, like, as we dive into this corporate citizenship and, like leadership in this context. kind of to really to get also the rationale, like the reasons, the why. And you have like some really hands-on bite-sized guidelines, to get people started
Hmm.
embracing this. And um, do you have more to share about the alphabet soup, Rachel?
Yeah, yeah, I always do. Um, so I gave you a few statistics, and if you get
Mhm.
in touch with me, if those who are watching the video get in touch with me, I'm happy to share more and stories of success, stories to follow, whatever. I'm happy to hear your stories too. Um, so thinking about complexity,
Mm,
and how do you bring this kind of management or this kind of culture to your business. Small and medium-sized businesses are especially spread thin. The leaders are especially spread thin, wearing multiple hats.
yeah.
They'll tend to be very creative. They can act quickly, but it's also challenging, and there can be overwhelmed. So I feel like there are three main challenges to developing corporate citizenship
Mm,
culture, or to doing some culture shift change, to developing this alphabet soup.
yeah.
And one, there's the will, what's the actual benefit to me and the costs.
Mhm.
One is the confusion, kind of, how do we do this and
Yeah.
communicate our efforts?
Okay.
And then one is the overwhelm. We're spread thin. How can we add something in an easy way?
Mm,
So I tried to address those by centralizing all the research on the various concepts and various success stories, things to think through, uh,
mm,
statistics to help the people who already understand this values based, this stakeholder based
yeah.
culture, um, to incentivize their other colleagues to come along. So I've centralized all the information to address some of the confusion, and I do facilitation.
Yeah.
And then I speak about these topics, just to develop a little bit greater awareness. And then I do some of the executive and team coaching to help bring some greater clarity to some of the challenges that are going on,
Yeah.
to improve the communication, the trust and engagement, and then to identify the initiatives that they feel that they can take on right now. Because I firmly believe, um, I know that people want to be inspired by their work, and that people want to leave a positive legacy. And those two combine, and we can make our work be a source of
Mm,
inspiration, and we can make business be a force for good. So once we start doing that one step, then we can create momentum. So I try to help them make that first step
yeah.
to the
Oh,
next step.
yeah. Because with that first step, and then there are all possibilities. We take the next and the next and the next, and then create that sustainable change. And really wonderful, Rachel, that you address, like I think like the main, yeah, the main blocks perhaps, where is that wheel, kind of you
Mhm.
already presented, kind of the why, the rationale, and then addressing the confusion, you give them guidance, the how, like in small bite size, and also to troubleshoot the overwhelm, by identifying, what to prioritize, what to take on now with the available resource. And you're kind of, yeah, like on the strategic level, but also on the coaching level, on the team
Mhm.
level. Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
And yeah, other, like other, yeah, I guess these are the two three things that, like leaders in these small medium businesses need to know about these topics, kind of, like how to address those.
Uh, Well, they're depending on where a company is, there are different things that they want to
Mhm.
know. But we're, I'd say the first thing, so a statistic,
Yeah.
like one of the statistics that I shared, that
Mhm.
purpose companies have 4 times the employee engagement, and
Yeah.
high employee engagement drives 21%
Yeah.
higher
Mhm.
profitability. Um, the second thing I think that business leaders need to remember is that companies are managed and staffed by employees, and
Mhm.
people
Okay.
at all levels want to be inspired. And when we're inspired, we just have so much more energy and more ideas, and we're happier to come to work.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And and I saw that, for example, earlier this week with a client and friend who was at a trade fair here in New York City, and she had come from Wales and has time zone differences, but she has a sustainable toys company that she's just very creative. It's all focused on plant-based, sustainably sourced, eco-ethical fun.
Yeah.
And despite the challenges in getting her samples, getting her stand set up, despite the challenges of this and that, she was so energized being there and engaging with people.
Mhm.
Because when you're inspired, I mean, think about it. When we've been inspired, we just bring much more energy and joy and ideas to things. So I'd say remember that we're managed and staffed by people.
Yeah, and we'll find way to, kind of with that same alignment in our yeah, mission, and that inspiration, like anything can happen. Like we got compliments about this cross ocean cooperation, which also you did with this particular case with your friend in Wales. And yeah, kind of maybe in summarizing a bit, Rachel, kind of like we have like really, yeah, passionate leaders with really positive intention, to create meaningful impact to solve world problems. And sometimes also this is like, this passion that also get them caught, like, okay, kind of in deliveries, creating values and so on, and they might forget to, yeah, to look inside and kind of like, oh, how am I actually, kind of how is my, yeah, my self-care, kind of to prioritize themselves also in the process. And I just want to make a connection here, like the sustainability of your business, it's also highly connected with the sustainability of you as a person. And kind of the leaders, especially, like kind of we talk about the yeah, inspiring people from different levels in the business, like the leaders set the tone, like for this culture of, like of, yeah, kind of sustainability, also not only in the results but also within their own health. And like it's really great that we complement each other in that way as well. Kind of you got the strategies, and like all this corporate citizenship and the leadership. And yeah, I want to thank you, like, really for sharing this your practical insights, also your expertise with us today.
Mm. Can I share one more screen?
Absolutely, yeah, please
Okay,
tell
let's
us.
see. Let's see how it goes. So I'm going to have to do the entire screen again.
No
Sorry. Um,
worries.
okay. Is it there? Okay. Um, there we go.
Yeah.
So can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So I just wanted to share. I have so many stories and statistics, etc. If anybody wants to know more about the alphabet soup of corporate citizenship, please email me, scan the QR
Mm.
code. I'm happy to, do a 30-minute free consult, um, learn a little bit about your business, and I'm happy to share some appropriate resources. I'm also happy to share that very succinct version of the
Mm.
25 articles. It's just 2 pages.
Hmm.
12 guidelines. And then I mentioned my client and friend from Wales and her sustainable eco-ethical
Hmm.
fun. Um, those who sign up today, who email me today, October 4th, will be entered in a drawing to get an eco-ethical fun gift. And this is a bubble pollinator kit. So I don't know if you can see it.
Oh.
So it's all bamboo, sustainably sourced from Vietnam, plant-based bubbles, and the children in your life can learn a little bit more about pollination and the challenges to pollinators, who the pollinators are, etc. So it's educational fun. So please take a screenshot of this and email me today, and you'll be entered into a drawing for that.
Yeah, this is so exciting. So people, yeah, kind of like to yeah, maybe like this bubble pollinator will
Yes.
but also you get absolutely, like I think Rachel, like you have a lot of wisdom, like you've been in this field for yeah, for many years. So,
Yeah,
like this is your chance, everyone tuning in, like to, yeah, really just connect with Rachel and, yeah, tell her about your business and perhaps like she can share some insights to support you, in creating more sustainable and ethical impact where you feel good, you do good, and also make sure that your business is profitable.
that's
Yeah.
right.
So, yeah, we've got feedback here from Nancy. Yeah, from Nancy. Yeah, kind of positivity ripples throughout business and life for greater success. Yeah, I think that's really what we are aiming. Like it's like, yeah, every one of us can do our part. So
Absolutely.
yeah, Rachel, you've shared your yeah, kind of your email, and I will also post that in the comment after this. So Polian is also excited about this special bubble pollinator. And
Ease, flow, and fun, and positive impact.
yes, and uh, I want to circle back, because we mentioned about you as a singer. I don't know if you have if you have some feeling of inspiration, some burning desire right now to sing.
um, um, okay, since we're talking about sustainability and being better, I am not warmed up. So a little bit of fun. So I'm talking with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. There we go.
Woo! Wow, Rachel. Would you mind sharing what song this is? Like, oh, kind of.
Oh, that's a song called "Man in the Mirror" by Michael Jackson. I think it came out 20 years ago,
Right. Uh-huh.
but it seems like it's kind of appropriate to our conversation.
Yeah, and you made it like a really wonderful rendition, right? And your with your own quality, with your own flow into it. So thank you, for yeah, also inspiring us with this song.
A moment of soul.
Yeah. Oof. So
Everybody take one step.
now I have to laugh here, like Rachel. Okay. So
Oh God, no, not this year. Woo, thank you
all
though.
right. Yeah, you've got a fan from Maastricht, Netherlands. So Rachel, I'm so grateful that that you make the time in your busy day, and we have this opportunity to talk about leadership in a fast changing world. And yeah, kind of I think to reiterate that message, it is possible to feel good, to do good, and be profitable in running our business. Yeah, as long as we, yeah, kind of we understand also like what are, yeah, what are the ways to, like you mentioned, about to navigate the complexity, to overcome the overwhelm, and to address the confusion, and also to build like inner will, like passion, to really bring value, positive values in this world.
Mhm.
And yeah, you've been sharing such great insights and leadership that care about the sustainability. And I know I got a lot of values and a lot of reflection also. And I'm sure everyone tuning in as well has got a lot of value. So yeah, you mentioned about, like this opportunity to have a consultation. So I will share also your email, and like how people can reach out to you. And again, thank you for joining me today here. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you're catching us on replay, also drop us a comment. And also, like everyone live or on replay on the recording, just share, what resonates with you. And yeah, do reach out to Rachel and ask her your questions in this area of, yeah, what is it, Rachel? Alphabet soup, corporate
The
credit.
alphabet soup of corporate citizenship, the
Yeah.
ultimate long-term strategic mindset.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to know all about this alphabet soup, Rachel is the person to go.
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone, for showing up today. I hope you enjoyed our conversation. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Rachel, thank you for being with us, and have a great rest of your day further.
Yes. Thank you,
Choo!
everybody. Bye.